This is your one and only 𝐈𝐸𝐻81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we're going to talk about 2 spirit ashes you are absolutely sleeping on. Let's get to it. So I was watching a video the other day that was showing off all spirit ashes upgraded to max, and I realized something. Most of them don't do crap for damage, and the ones that do a decent bit of damage end up dying way before they've done a significant amount of damage to the boss if they hold the boss's aggro for too long. But while watching that, I noticed that there are 2 spirit ashes that are completely overlooked that are insanely tanky. Now, they don't do a lot of damage. And that is fine, because I don't think that they were ever meant to be a thing where they're supposed to just fight the bosses for you in the first place. They're supposed to be a companion, they're supposed to help out. And one could argue that having a tankier spirit ash would be better than having one that does some damage, because it's going to be able to take the hits and trade aggro with you a lot better than one that just puts out a bunch of damage and gets 2-shot because it's a glass cannon. But I suppose in the end it all comes down to preference. But these 2 that we're going to talk about today, I find extremely helpful and insanely tanky, and they just get completely overlooked. And that is the Greatshield Soldier Ashes and the Finger Maiden Therolina. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Now, Therolina here barely attacks at all, but when she does grab aggro. She just throws these holy damage jars, and then she heals, and she rolls around a lot. But when she heals herself and you if you are close to her, which is extremely handy and makes her insanely hard to kill if you trade aggro with her. So basically, all you do is let her get some aggro, do what you need to do, go ham on the boss, get the boss to aggro on you, then she'll heal up and be ready to freaking fight again. These guys are insanely tanky because pretty much all they do is shield charge and block. So if you are fighting something that does a lot of physical damage, then they last a really long time, plus you get a bunch of them. So if you take a look at this footage here, you can see Finger Maiden Therolina just going town and taking it like a champ from the Elden Lord, dude. I mean, she just takes an absolute beating and still keeps on getting it. I also have footage of her just standing up against the 2 gargoyles that you have to fight in order to get to the deep root depths. And here is footage of the Greatshield soldiers as well, fighting the same gargoyles and just taking it. Those gargoyles do a ton of physical damage, and the only time that the Greatshield soldiers start to really die off and take a ton of damage is when the gargoyle, I cannot say that word, when the boss poisons them. Other than that, when it's doing all of its halberd attacks, they just take it. They take very little damage, they block like freaking crazy, and they gain a ton of aggro, and there is a lot of them for a boss to work through, which makes them insanely helpful. And here is a bunch of them going up against the bug-eyed rock centipede pincher bug thing. Yeah, that thing. There's the shield soldiers going up against that. And as you can see, both of these spirit ashes have their place. If you're going up against a boss that does a bunch of magic damage, I would use the Finger Maiden, because she's gonna take the hits like she did with the Blood King dude, Mograi, or whatever his name is. I don't know, I don't care either way. You know who I'm talking about, you saw him there on the screen. He does a bunch of magic damage and bleeds you, and it doesn't matter that he bled her, because every time she took damage, she just healed back up and healed through all of it, which makes her super handy for magic bosses. When it comes to physical bosses, the Greatshield guys are where it's at, because they take little to no damage and they're there's so many of them, and they just shield charge and slowly whittle away at the enemy's health, and they are absolutely fantastic. And as you can see here, I don't even have them upgraded all the way. I have them both upgraded to 6. So you can imagine how insanely OP they are and tanky they are when they are fully upgraded. And in that footage I showed you, they were still only at level 6. So to get the Finger Maiden, you have to come up here and you have to do Sylvis's quest line, and he can be found right here. So the closest spot to him is up here at Ranni's Rise. So once you teleport up there, you just come over here to his tower. He's already dead for me, so I already did his quest line, but if you do his quest line and you follow through with it, you can actually get her for free. If you pick this one instead of picking her, because you have to buy both of them to get the Scorpion Charm, I actually have a video showing how to do that. I'll put a link for it down in the description so you can follow that, because that basically follows his whole quest line to get and you get the Scorpion Charm. But if you buy her, you just buy her, she costs you 2 Starlight Shards, so get this one for free and then buy her separately. So yeah, that's where you get her. You can get her super early on. She's really easy to get. His quest line is pretty simple to do, and you can do it relatively early in the game. To get the Shield Bros, you need to have access to the Eternal City, Nokron, and we are here at the main spot. You got to work your way through into here. You have to beat Radagon in order to get these guys, so you're going to have to at least be past him in order to get down here. So we're here at the first site of grace that you run into when you get access to the giant hole in the ground where the meteor crashes down, and the Shield Bros are right back here in the back corner. You got to kill a couple of pretty easy to kill guys back in here. They're just little zombie dudes. Nothing to really worry about. Super easy to get this ashes. So we'll kill this guy, and then we'll kill this guy. There we go. So we killed all those guys. Super easy to kill, and it is right here on this corpse. I've already gotten it, but there's a thing here, a little glowy light. Just pick them up right here on this corpse. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my Elite Crew Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.